Hey, it's Terry Carr. Thanks for checking out my web series. I bring in the artists and we chat. New artists, classics, and everyone in between. In this episode, I hang with guitarist Billy Morrison, who talks about his latest release, The Morrison Project, #1 tunes, and 2 collaborations with the legendary Ozzy Osbourne, including the gods of rock and roll. Let's go. So I called him the King of Cool because Billy Morrison is just so cool. Like, there's a 4-letter word to describe you. Um, the bands you've played in are cool. The things you do are cool. You still have that cool look. And what I love the most, rebellious, authentic, and aggressive, I think describes you. And that's why I love to watch you play guitar. So I feel like a total nerd. I wore my Motorhead shirt to look kind of cool, but you're just the king of cool. Do you feel cool?
No, and I think that anything I say from this point on is just going to ruin the amazing introduction that you gave
No.
me. No, I don't feel cool at all. I mean, um, what is cool, really? I mean, the Sex Pistols were cool. Brad Pitt's probably cool. I think he's cool. I don't think of myself like that. I like to work, Terry. I like to work.
Yeah.
If along the way some stuff that I work at makes someone else happy and think, oh, he's cool, fantastic.
Well, everyone likes to work with you too. And you know what's cool?
Yeah.
I've had a lot of great guitar players on this feature. I love having guitar players on. Recently, I had Satriani and Bumblefoot and Phil X from Bon Jovi's band and you. So this is like all in a 2-week period here in the wheelhouse for me. But everybody likes to work with you because you've got so many people on this amazing collection that you put out. Everybody from John Five to Al Jorgensen to Linda Perry. Linda Perry's also super cool. Like she's
Now
what a
there's cool,
writer
right
and vocalist, and she just
there.
looks cool, and she's got the kind of attitude about her. Why does everybody want to work with you? Why do you put that call out? And I'm going to get to the Ozzy thing in just a couple
Right.
seconds here. But why, when you put that call out, everybody's like, I'm in, I'm in, I'm in.
You know what? I don't know. Um, I didn't, everyone on this album, I didn't have to go through agents or managers. They are my friends. So let's start there. Friends want to help each other, right? I have no interest in clawing through managers and agents and trying and pleading to get someone to say yes to do something. It's either organic or it isn't. And I also want to start off by saying there are 12 songs on the album and I sing 6 of them, so let's not forget that I could have sung all of them, but I want to serve the song, not my ego. So after those 6, I'm listening to whatever's next and I'm like, yeah, maybe I know someone that would sound better on this song than me. And so I would call that. I didn't scroll through what other famous people can I get on this record. It's purely that Linda sounds amazing on that song. Corey sounds amazing on that song. Billy Idol sounds amazing. So I would just text, not call. I would just go, "Hey, I'm doing a record because I didn't even know I was doing that. I've got this song. Can I send it to you?" And I would send it, and they'd go, "This is great. Let me sing on it." It was much more organic than why are these people all wanting to work with you? I'm not sure any of them want to work with me. They're just my friends and don't want to say no.
And they trust you. They trust you. There's an authenticity
That's
about you.
true.
I shouldn't have said cool because that sounds like
No.
such a convenient word, but I think there's an authenticity. And I
Yeah,
think when there's an authenticity, people feel a level of comfort in giving up their artistry. Because
that is
remember, artistry doesn't come for free, and it shouldn't come for free.
right.
Um,
That is very astute of you. Now you're cooking. Yes, I am very authentic and they do trust me. I'm not ever going to let any of my friends sound terrible or do anything cheesy. And I knew at that point when I was asking people to do stuff that collaborative the collective body of work, imagery, videos, vinyl, all of it was going to be pretty cool.
I love
And
that.
so,
The
yeah,
experience, the things that we did as kids when we went
right.
into a record store and we opened something
Yeah,
up and we opened up a Sabbath record and we were terrified at what we saw.
yeah.
All of that is part of the
And
experience. I love that.
my friends know that that's what I'm all about. I'm all about creating something cool and something left of center. That's also why I'm not touring it. It would be the worst move to tour this record because it would water down something that is so cool. I didn't expect it to be that kind of success. Crack Cocaine went to number one, for Christ's
I
sake.
was going to talk to you about that. It's crazy that
Right.
that was just crazy. And I think it's beautiful because, this, of course, is the Morrison Project. So you're not necessarily somebody who's a household name if you love the
No,
cult or Billy Idol or,
no.
but
No
the
one knows
record,
who I am. No one knows who I am. It's
and the
fine.
record went to number one on the rock
Yeah,
charts, which was crazy with Ozzy.
yeah.
And he's, look, I mean, I don't think there's anybody more authentic than the Oz. And when he, especially at this point in his career, feels that comfort level to hand it over to you and to say, you know what, I trust you. Let's do this together. And then you gave him like the number one record. Like, what did that
Yeah.
feel like for you?
Um, I mean, obviously it feels really, really special.
Yeah.
I have to say this is a team effort. Yes, I wrote the song with Steve and Ozzy.
10
And
years
yeah,
ago, by the way, not that,
no, Crack Cocaine was
no,
written.
the second one. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Gods of
Gods of
Rock and
Rock
Roll.
and
Yeah, yeah,
Roll was
yeah.
written.
Crack cocaine.
Gods of Rock and Roll was just me and
Yeah,
Ozzy.
I'm getting ahead of myself.
So yes, I'm honored to have written these songs, but there's a whole team of people that make it as successful as it is. From the person that took all the visual stills and the video ideas to the video directors to the record label to the Barry who mixed it and Fred who orchestrated Gods. There's a million people involved in making it that success. Having said that, look, I'm usually the guy that knows the guy, or I'm the guy that plays guitar for the guy. So, of course, it's an amazing feeling to have my name on it, you know. But
Yeah.
I'm not setting out to, I don't want to be the guy. I really don't. I'm happy to be the guy that plays guitar for Billy Idol. And isn't he also that guy that put that amazing record out in 2024? I'm good with that.
Yeah, yeah. And I think you gifted him. There's a timber in I'm getting ahead of myself with Gods of Rock and Roll because that's going to be another potential number one record for you. I mean,
Oh, fingers crossed. I mean,
that's just zooming, but when I hear that song and I hear the kind of timbre in Oz's voice and we see the period of his career that he's in now,
Mhm.
um I think this is another, it's a gift. It's another gift. And that's got to feel so great as somebody who's this, authentic and loud rocker as you have been to give this to somebody like Ozzy. That's
I
a big
love that
deal.
you I love that you see it that way.
I do.
I think he gives me as much as I give him. And I think that Gods of Rock and Roll has always been in Ozzy's head a bigger song than perhaps it was 10 years ago. And
Yes.
that's why we re-record. It was his idea. Let's revisit Gods of Rock and Roll. Let's make a video. Let's put it out as a single. Let's re-record. And when Ozzy speaks, a wise man listens because he knows what he's talking about. And I think it would definitely mean the world to me. But I think for that to go high in the charts would be fantastic for Ozzy, back to back. Crack cocaine, then Gods of Rock and Roll, and the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in there, and then the celebration over at
Sabbath
Aston
celebration in July.
and,
Amazing.
and
Amazing.
to have a hit single at that same time, that's icing on the cake, I think.
Yeah. And the video is so beautiful too. I noticed the nuances in the video. I love the performance and I love you there with him and he's sitting there. But there's like nuances where like he touches you, he touches your sleeve, and you
Yeah.
can so see that chemistry, and you can so see the trust that he has in you. And of course, you took a song from 10 years ago and made it bigger and put the strings in and the orchestra and this beautiful, you know, orchestration like a John Paul Jones arrangement. It's just so incredibly beautiful. And you can see that. I just see that chemistry in the video. I'm going to put the video underneath this video so everybody
Oh,
can
that's
see
great.
it.
Look,
Um,
the idea was to just be a fly on the wall. I just wanted Ivo Raza, the director. He also directed Crack Cocaine, so Ozzy knew him and liked him, and it was easy to do a fly on the wall. I said, just capture what it's like when me and Ozzy and Steve Stevens are hanging out and recording, and he did that. And it is a very intimate video, and it does show our friendship, and it shows Ozzy's pure joy of making music.
yeah.
So yeah, I'm really happy with the I'm really happy with the whole thing, and I'm grateful to radio for embracing it, and also sales. I mean, I heard that we hit some sales chart thing.
You did. You
Um,
did. They sent it to me and it's like some crazy like
yeah,
streaming chart. And I
I
was
don't
just like,
understand. Listen, it's all so much more complicated. When I was a kid, there was Top of the Pops in England, and that was it. And you whatever number you were in the chart was the number you were. Now there's 50 million different charts and sales and radio. I
streaming
just
and right.
I just know if my record company are calling me going, congratulations, it's blah blah, that's a good thing.
Yeah, yeah. They love you and listeners are calling for it. There's still that
Oh, that's
connection
great.
we make as local radio. We're not a streaming service. We stream, but we don't try to be. I'm the person who's telling people, hey, look, here's what this song is about and here's why you should listen to it. And when we get that feedback, that one-on-one feedback, it's like
But
I can't beat it.
isn't that what it's meant to be? I
Yep.
mean, my memory is radio DJs playing songs and me calling them going, "Can you play it again?"
Yep.
That's the joy of discovering new music, and I'm very grateful that I mean, you're spinning gods of rock and roll. It's I think it's a bigger track than just a heavy rock ballad. It can. I think your mum and dad would like it too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's a beauty in it. There's definitely a beauty in it. And hearing Ozzy, just growing up as such an Ozzy fan, for me and seeing what is happening now in his life and his career, it means a lot. There's a meaning to it that it may not have had 10 years ago that it certainly has now. Hey, let's
I
let
agree.
everybody know too. You have this great new deluxe edition digital album. You've got this great 12-inch vinyl.
Yeah, I think that it's also fun for me that a deluxe edition of an album means that the first edition was successful, because otherwise
Right.
a label's not going to do a deluxe edition of a failed album, right? So doing a deluxe edition of the Morrison Project, A, that means the original album last year was a great success, and B, I get to be having some fun. I did a remix of a song that I've never remixed anything in my life. I did this remix and it's fun. And Youth from Killing Joke did a remix, and we've got the Cypress Hill track on there now. God of
Yes.
Rock and Roll is on there. It's a fun version. The pressure's off when I released the Morrison Project. Oh God, I hope people like it. That was a success. So now I can be like, oh great, let's have some fun with an extra disc. You know.
Double the authenticity because now you're
There you
like, you know
go.
what? I'm going in. I'm
That's
going
it.
in and we're going to do more with this. I love it. I love the whole story around this, and it's so funny because I've seen you interviewed and, you're like, I'm not the bass player I'm the
Oh
guitar
God.
player. I'm the guitar. And I always think of you as a guitar player, as that cool guitar player who has that great swagger, that
And
amazing tone, and that thing that we loved about rock and roll guitar. There's a certain rebellious feeling that we get when we hear those amazing guitar players. I've often
yeah.
asked guitarists, what is it about the guitar? Look, I have one, it's right over here. I don't play. I suck. I've tried to play. I can't play. I try to play like Bad Company songs. It's just not for me, but I love it. I want them around me even though I don't play. There's something very special and magical about it that turns us into these beasts that we want to be. What do you think it is that we love it? What is this sexy love affair we have?
I can't answer that specifically, but I agree with you. When I first heard Steve Jones of the Sex Pistols playing guitar on TV, that was it for me. So I've always gravitated to authenticity and anger. Music has always seemed like a great outlet for anger. So
Oh
that's
yeah.
why on my album, I sing all the, angry boy type songs, punk rock. So, it's great. It's fantastic. And the guitar symbolizes, I mean, going all the way back to Chuck Berry, it's the rebel, it's the stuff your parents don't like. So I'm glad that I am a guitar player. And I'm grateful for my time playing bass in the cult, but it is a thorn in my. I think the magazines now just do it because they know it gets to me. Ex bass player of the cult, Billy Morrison. I'm like, I was in that band for 5 minutes, and I've been with Billy for over 15 years.
Yeah, yeah.
Well
You will
done.
always take that. You will always I
Yeah.
don't think of you that way. I think of
Thank
you
you.
as that amazing rebellious guitar player who
Thank
just
you.
has that anger flowing through you.
That's the
And
idea.
that's the idea. I knew I would have a great time with you. I'm so grateful for your time. The
Thank
Morrison
you.
Project is out. You've got to get the deluxe edition. And Billy, thank you so much. And congratulations on your success. It's so amazing to see these stories of people who have just been giving us so much for so long, and all of a sudden, boom, shakalaka. Everybody's listening to it, and the stars have aligned for you, and you deserve it.
Thank you so much, Terry. I really appreciate it.